So right now what I am doing is I am looking up all the shelters that I can that is nearby Illinois or St. Louis, whatever. And I hope they don't make me start over. Thank you for not making me start over. What I was saying was I don't remember what I was saying. But a lot of these different places just really do not give a fuck about people like me because they're like, well, if you ain't worth shit, you ain't worth shit. And for some fucking reason, he said that that's how men are treated. But men are worth way more than women because of the muscle, okay? And they feel like women are only worth their sexual appeal and the baby making process or whatever. Now, in my head, I'm thinking, I feel like I'm worth something. I'm just worth more than what my pussy can do. And the reason that I'm finally realizing that is because I wasn't even that damn, I wasn't even that damn, I wasn't even that interested in sex as much as people thought I was. Only reason I was such a horny child was because I learned things too early. Now, this is a wildlife center. Why they got it underneath homeless shelters? You get what I'm saying? Not even thinking straight. I've seen that one before, but this is just a different area. But yeah, a lot of these, you see, family center and stuff. Now I bet you they sitting up there saving open spots, and a lot of these people that they saving open spots, I bet you that a lot of these family shelters have had empty rooms. You get what I'm saying, for a year or so, and they're like, well, a family didn't call for that room, so. Well, if a family didn't call for that room, then you need to make a waiting list for those that don't have families, for those that don't have kids. But at the same time, it's like, if this is a family shelter, then keep those people away from other people's kids. So I guess I totally get it. I'm trying to go through all of the different avenues of why things are working out the way that they're working. And I'm learning that, yeah, I might need me a podcast. And if I do have me a podcast, I'm going to have to find other people that don't like certain things about what's going on. And we need to talk about it. We need to have this conversation. Now, at first I was going to name it Grind My Gears, but Tommy has this thing where he always wants to tell me what he put in my mind and want to own things that he does not own. You don't own the phrase grind my gears, and you don't own the phrase grind my gears just because you reminded me that the phrase existed. But another thing here nor there. Now I'm looking up the area. Right. I'm looking up the area because these are the places that I need to be looking up. And I need to see how close and how far away they are. And I need to look up the crime rate. I need to do a lot of research that I should have did since I got here, because I knew this was going to be temporary. But we didn't exactly know this was going to be temporary, because Tommy said that he was going to help me with my resume by the time that he moves me into another place. And now he's telling me that he wants to work on himself. I'm guessing probably because he sees that his brother is gonna be better than him, and he feels like, well, I'm in a competition now. So I don't know. I don't care. He likes to reiterate the things that he says because he doesn't want me to feel a certain way or think a certain way, and he wants to be seen as a man. But what I'm seeing is, yes, you do have to go back to your parents. The reason you have to go back to your parents is because I can see that they've missed some things teaching you. And they can see that they missed some things teaching you. And they don't want that to be the reason that you're fucked up and alone by the time they leave. Now, I know I'm putting thoughts in people's head. That might not be what they thinking. But to tell you the truth, I'm seeing things the way that I'm seeing them. And I'm commenting on them because If I don't start recording these things for myself, then I won't remember. And I'm starting to realize that I remember videos and visions more than I remember audio. You know, I'm a hands-on person. I have to see you do it, I gotta hear you do it, and I gotta do it myself. People don't want to go through all of that, which is why I haven't kept a job, because once I get good at the job, I do bring 100% to the company, and everybody is upset about it. So I gotta stop bringing 100%, because when you bring 100%, people will use you. People will use you for your 100%, knowing they don't deserve the 100%. And I am very upset with myself for not being able to change who I am. And it's really annoying. It's really annoying. Salvation Army. I don't know. I would like to be close to home. Maybe I need to go ahead and get to Alton. I've asked him questions. He was like, I got me a job and da-da-da-da-da. Beating around the bush, because I'm guessing he don't want to help me the way that he was helped. And he was like, I'm about ready to tell my wife, you know. He say now listen to this, listen to these words that he told me. Tonto said that he is so desperate when it comes to being horny that he's about ready to tell his wife, my friend's daughter is homeless and I don't want to just leave her out on the streets like that. So you mean to tell me this entire time you think you could have had this conversation with your wife, but because you knew you weren't going to be getting what you wanted out of me, you haven't offered me a place to stay? You gotta start listening to what people are saying to you, Serenity. They telling you who they really are. And since he using me, I'm using him. Like I told him, I said, I don't mind being your blue pill. I just want to start getting paid for it. Because I know that my pussy is worth it. And at this point, I'm getting the confidence from y'all. So, maybe you shouldn't blow up my head so much and I wouldn't want to get paid more. But go ahead, let them blow them. Let them. That's what the last video was about. Let them. You get what I'm saying? Gotta let them. Now, I don't mind doing this because I'm not no life coach. And I do want to find a way. There is one degree that I actually want to try to go after. And that degree is psychology. I think that I might need to try to get my psychology degree so that I can, think straight or whatever. Be able to say I'm licensed in something, right? Work on myself just like Tommy planned on working on himself and completely kicking me to the curb, which he said he's not doing. But that's what he's doing. It's okay. I don't mind. I just needed a place to stay for the winter. And now that I'm going to be on my own for a whole year, I really do plan on getting on my own shit. And low-key, I'm kind of disappointed with people like Brenda and all of that, but at the same time, they have a good point for why they feel the way that they do when it comes to me. And I don't know. I want to give myself a better chance versus what everyone else is giving me. Oh snap, I might have to move you. Oh, did it crash on me? Oh goodness. Okay. I don't know if I have much else to say. I just know that we've been going through this for way too long already. Mom had us being homeless. That doesn't even look like a goddamn number, does it? I'ma write it down though. I'll write it. Fine. I'll fucking write it. People just lie. People lie, and these lies is what's getting them money. We gotta start lying. But in a roundabout way, I want us to find a way to pretty much sprinkle my truth with lies. White lies, like it's the truth, but it's a lie. I don't know. A lie is a lie to me, and I don't like lying. So I want to find a way to get around that loophole. Maybe with the vocabulary I use. Retrain my brain. We gotta reframe and retrain the brain, to not think the way that we do. because you got to remember, Mama went to college, and she knows psychology a bit, right? So, oof, youth emergency services. I moved to Merced from here and on to foster care. What do you mean youth? What youth are you talking about? People need to be more understanding, and communication need way too much better. Way much better. People need to be more understanding, and communication need to way much better. I don't even think you read that yourself. And it's okay. I be making mistakes like that too, trying to share my opinion, and my opinion shows my ass. I get it. I understand. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because while I'm writing down these things, these places, I will look at the area that they are in and see which ones are closest to me and which ones are farthest to me. And from closest to farthest, I'm gonna make a list. Now, this is taking me a lot of time and a lot of work, and I only got a month to do it because I've been reaching my inner child while also trying to study about my adulthood. And this is one part that I totally forgot to do. So now I'm rushing myself. It's 6:40 in the morning. I woke up at 4:30. And at first I was upset about it, gonna try to go to sleep about it, but then Tonto texted me and I was like, let me see what the fuck he want. Because I'm realizing that these high priority friends that you have do not place you at high priority. And once you start realizing these people aren't placing you at high priority with them, while you have high priority of them, and they know that you see them like that. They know that you are sorry, I almost forgot to give the these are in St. Louis, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm over here in St. Louis, and I'm starting to think maybe I might have to move over here. But I'd rather try in an area that I know. And I've already tried in Kokia. We've already tried in East St. Louis. We tried in California. Now, that was a place that I didn't know, because I was like, well, gotta change the environment, right? Well, guess what? In a lot of ways, because we're in America, there is almost absolutely no way to change your environment unless you just completely move out of the country. I'm gonna just tell you the truth right there. Sometimes you gotta completely move out of the country. And you're wondering why Missouri is separated from Illinois, and it still didn't get no better. So Illinois is obviously not the problem. Sorry, I know the camera keep going down like that. It's because I'm working on my YouTuber skills as well. And I don't mind watching me for hours, because you know what? Maybe, just maybe, I need my attention more than everybody else. And that's the reason that we've wasted so much time. Because you've wasted your whole life paying more attention to your mother than yourself. And then when you would pay attention to yourself, she was offended. And so was all of these other people she was telling. That was like, you need to pay more, you need to help me, why you ain't helping your mom. But they don't want to help my mom, right? So, at a young age, we just really have to learn, and we've had to learn that, it might sound negative, and Tommy was right. I took it negative. But he was like, people are full of shit. And when people are full of shit, you have to use it to your advantage. And I'm starting to realize that he might be right, because he tells me that if me and him never slept with each other, then he would still have given me a home. But the reason that I know that is a lie? Because his personality changes when he knows he can sleep with me. And when he feels like we're on bad terms, and we ain't exactly speaking and all of that. You know what I'm about to say. And since he doesn't mind hiding food from me, it's okay to take the rice. You know? It's okay. We're gonna have to find a bottle to put the rice in and then just throw away the bag like we ate it all over the weekend. Or something. We gotta do something. Because he done sat up there to ate up the rest of the noodles. And I'm hoping that he bought that with his own money, eating up the rest of the noodles. Using my stamps more than what I wanted him to. And then, do you know that after I got that card cut off, that was the only reason he gave it back? Serenity, you gotta pay attention. You gotta start paying attention, girly. Stop giving these people the benefit of the doubt at this point. Stop giving these people the benefit of the doubt. Because Tonto believes that just because we talk about sex and other things like that with him, he feels like, well, if you talk to me about it, then I can talk to you about it. And that is true. But if I start speaking the truth about how I feel about you sexually, and you can't exactly accept that, but you got tons and tons of other women that you playing with, but I'm the only one that makes you hard. Something about that doesn't make sense. Something about that does not make sense. But I don't know what it is about me that got all these men so horny. I wish I could figure it out, because if I knew, then, if I knew, and there's only 2 reviews. I don't know if this one is exactly trustworthy. And they not telling me the area that they're in. Oh. Housing for soldiers. Now, see, if you said that our housing programs allow communities to flourish, minor home repairs, make moderate home repairs. Yeah, these people aren't exactly. I'll ask anyway. At this point, you just gotta ask anyway. See what I mean? I gotta have a baby, or I gotta serve in the army. I gotta do all of these different things to get on my feet and get the help that I need without money. But you have to, and then I want you to break down this word. I just thought about it. Soldiers. You done sold something to serve. Serve and sold. And people that haven't sold themselves to the country have to go through different avenues, like having children and family, to do what they need to do. Yeah, but if you're trying to build yourself, then it's like nearly impossible. Yeah, okay. Well, it is what it is. I am going to, and then they're like an animal shelter. They will help you get your life back together and are true Christians. I don't know if I give a crap about the Christian part. Great place to share the gospel. Oh God. Sack of lunch if you are a lady. My experience was not bad initially. I rather enjoyed my stay. Unfortunately, I had an evening time obligation and visitation with my children. I had it cleared with the man in charge, but apparently this was not commuted, and I was turned away from the shelter that night. This was some years ago. I'm sure the people who work there now are very nice. I just didn't feel as though I was treated fairly. I always had a sour taste in my mouth for them after this experience. I ended up staying at the Salvation Army afterwards, and admittedly, the quality of rescue mission was better in my opinion. But as that was no longer an option for me, I persisted and lifted myself out of the situation the best I could. As a homeowner now, I look back at the things that drove me to escape that situation. I doubt I would feel what was done to me any I doubt I would feel what was done to me any more fair today than I did back then. But it paved the way for me to get out of such situation. For that I am supposed to be grateful. I suppose I am grateful. Oh, I would recommend the perm to anyone that wants to build a strong relationship with God as a Christian. See, and I think that that's the one thing that's probably gonna bother me, because I'm not a Christian, but I do believe in Yeshua. I do believe in God, and maybe I'll have to fake the Christian role to get, better responses. But at the same time, within Christianity, I need to do research on these places. That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this and I'm recording it for myself because I want to take notes not only on how my commentary is, but when I have these thoughts, I want to be able to recall them. I can watch my videos religiously if I have to. So, I don't know. I'm not worried about it. I will learn how to lie to people. I will learn how to tell the truth in a lying way. I will learn how to act, not lie. We are acting out the character that they want us to be to get to where we need to be. Excuse me. And once we realize that, I think we'll be better off. We really would. Because the world that we live in now, we're going to have to adapt and adjust to how people really want it. And I'm not finna sit up there fighting myself in I'm not finna continue to change myself for other people. And I know that my honesty is the one thing that I pride myself on. So since my honesty is the one thing I pride myself on, I'm just going to figure it out. And I've already wasted 4 years, so we gotta do something. We gotta do something. Now, I don't want to overload myself with places to study. I just know that, I need more than just one option, but I also don't need too many options. So that is the last one I'm going to write down, because it's also in Illinois. Let me get a look at the site before I just completely leave. And I need to quote unquote make sure that I know that this is a Christian place, because Christianity is not exactly the religion for me. But I do believe in a higher power, yes. So, and that higher power might just be within me. So I'm trying to gain whatever power was already given to me, and put away whatever powers were, and get back whatever powers were taken, because people want to control over me, and I was easy to control. And I forgive them. It's okay. I mean, if I knew I could use somebody for certain things, I'd do the same thing too. We're using Tommy right now for a place to stay. Yeah, I got animal shelters every freaking where, but don't want to help no people. Salvation Army in Alton, Illinois. I can deal with that. Because Alton, Illinois is the place that I thought that I was going to be anyway. And Salvation Army, I've heard that Salvation Army is a big ghetto, but I mean, St. Vincent was ghetto and you enjoyed your time there. So, we're just going to have to take the blessing with its curses. Sometimes you got to learn to take the blessing with its curses. And maybe if you stop looking at it as their curses, they'll also become blessings. Because I'm going through this thing with Tommy, and I'm realizing that though I feel like the consequences were quite cursed, I learned some new things that have me a bit more uppity about myself. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want you to become like completely uppity and, make people feel down, and I'm assuming everything about everybody. But it's because I'm realizing that when I assume, sometimes it makes an ass out of you and me, and sometimes it just makes an ass out of them for using me. Sometimes assuming, giving people the benefit of the doubt, or assuming that you, and then somebody keeps texting my number as if they can't tell that the phone is off. Think that I'm just not responding for no reason. Whoever it is, I'm praying that they can get to me some other way. Salvation Army Alton. Dang, I didn't want to send it. Let me start over. Salvation Army Alton. I done did a full circle here. I don't even know if that's the same Salvation Army. Something is telling me to put down the full address so that I can see. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some research. I'm going to have to do some serious research. And the research that I'm needing to do, I need to be by a library. That's why it's a part of me that's like, dang, O'Fallon ain't got no homeless shelters. That's kind of racist. No, I'm joking. Or classist, whatever. But no homeless shelter in a good area might be better than having a homeless shelter and everybody thinking that they can just do whatever the hell they want. Because when you homeless, everywhere can be home. And if you start thinking about it in that way, then we'll be better off. But yeah, I've already got a lot of shelters here to I've already got a lot of shelters written down, and I'm going to do my I'm gonna do my research. And when I do my research, I'm gonna include you. Because I'm starting to realize that if I don't record these things that I'm learning to do, I will forget them. Dear me, I will forget them. And now we're going over into St. Louis. See what I mean? I want to save this page. That's what I want to do. So, save page. I'll do that. create that. And I'm gonna add this here. Yes. So now that I have that where I want it to be, I am going to make sure that I take myself a break. I need to take myself a break. Need to take myself a break. I've been up since 4 this morning and I did not go to sleep till 10. And I've meditated. This is my way of meditation, you know. And I know that I can't exactly just clear my brain like I want to, so I do things like this while being in the mindset that I am in. I am tired, and I think that I need to go ahead and do some type of workout to make myself feel better. Because it's 7 o'clock in the morning now, and I'm starting to realize that I would rather get a 30-minute workout done at the beginning of the day and just rest for the rest of the day. It helps me with my energy. And I also need to start I need to set up a schedule for myself. A schedule that's homeless friendly. You get what I'm saying? And once I get that schedule that's homeless friendly, I'll feel so much better about myself in that way too. So, I love you, girly. This video is also gonna be like 42 minutes. So, I need to go. Love you. Mwah. You are beautiful. Okay? Whether you're a weirdo or not, you are beautiful. And you need to respect yourself and love yourself. And when you set a boundary, you need to stick to that boundary. Because if you don't respect your boundaries, nobody else will. All right. Mwah. Love ya.